I believe in myself. There's a lot of people who sometimes saw the way I swagger to the crease or whatever, would think that I'm the cockiest so-and-so in the world, or the most arrogant so-and-so in the world. But I had no regrets about that. I wanted to be best. It's not just the way you walk, but what was in my heart. You know, I just felt totally confident. I had no fear about a particular bowler, whether he was going to knock my head off or anything. It was something that I said, if I die out there, die. I believed in that because of how passionate I felt to my sport. You know, I don't think many people do feel the way I do.
Viv Richards has gone on to 83. Murray Bennett is the bowler, and your commentators Tony Greig and Bill Lawry.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, what a start by Vivian Richards. Bennett just on a good length. Got to the half line, lofted the ball, safe as a church, out to long on.
I mean, there were plenty of pretty dangerous batsmen that I played with and against. But he was the sort of bloke that could turn a test match on his own in a very short space of time.
The spinner's just a little loose early on. Another full toss by Matthews. And that's beaten the mid-off, and there's no way in the world that's not going to be 4. He moves on to 97.
He was an explosive player, and I mean, half an hour of Viv could destroy a game of cricket for you. And then, you know, as a one-day player, his fielding and his strength, I mean, unbelievable.
And Richards obliges by going over the top for 4.
He just came out confrontational. I mean, he came out to let you, as he walked out to bat, he let you know, right, the game is on. You know, I'm coming for you, so you better give me the best you've got. And it didn't matter who the bowler was. Dennis Silly, Jeff Thompson, it didn't matter. And I mean, he took them on.
And that's into the seats, well into the seats.
I think there's probably only one that I rate higher in world standing, and that was the Garfield Savers than Viv Richards. Viv, on his day, could do what no other batsman I've seen could do. He just destroyed very good bowling.
He's hammered that. Joel Garner had to just move out of the way very quickly. And that's...
But he's still found a gap, and he's going to get a boundary, I would say. Once that gets on the practice wickets, it'll absolutely race away.
There it goes, down over the sideboard. It's a beauty. 6 by a mile. That was always on, and Greg Matthews appreciates that. It was a great stroke. It wasn't a slog. He put the foot down. The follow-through was there. His third 6, and what a massive hit. And there it is. Tremendous applause, a standing ovation for the great player. A great moment for Vivian Richards.
Starting the day on 82 not out. He's now taken his total to 200.
Well, there's no struggling there. He really put that away very well indeed.
We worked out during World Series cricket that he was such a good leg side player that bowling off stump to him, which you'd do to most batsmen, was like bowling leg stump to anyone else, because he tended to come across to off stump and then hit everything through the leg side. So we decided that that far outside off stump was the best place to bowl. That was more like off stump to him. And we had a lot of success for a few games, 2 or 3 games. We had him caught behind, caught in the slips. And we concentrated for the rest of that season on his off stump. Biggest mistake we ever made, because we then turned him into not only being the best leg side player in the world, he became one of the best offside players as well. So we just doubled his repertoire.
And he's lifted that over the top of long off, and that's a big hit. That's a huge hit for 6 by Richards. That is a magnificent stroke. Well, there's nothing wrong with that one. That was really hammered from it off.
Viv, everyone knows he hits the ball pretty hard, and as a cricketer I had reasonably slow reflexes, and I felt reasonably intimidated bowling to Viv and reasonably scared bowling to Viv, because he used to whack them back at you about head high and they're going like a traceable, and I couldn't see him. And you almost contemplate bowling in a helmet, or alternatively bowling and then just sort of running to extra cover to get out of the way. But I think there was one occasion there that he nearly took my head off.
Viv's after him.
That's a magnificent shot. That actually did dip away a little bit in the air. Richards down the wicket, and what an aggressive shot this is.
I remember vividly Tim May's eyeballs in the Perth Test when Viv smashed one back at him and just sort of parted his hair. Maisie's eyeballs were just wide as golf balls, and I remember that night after Viv had decimated us, Tony Doddermaid, myself, who'd had an average innings with the gloves, and Tim May were walking through Kings Park back to the hotel. This is our last test. We all thought this is our last test. So they are the memories that I've had of Viv, and it was at the end of his career, one of his last tours. So to me, he must have been right up with their best.
No miss hits go over the fence. He's gone again. This is down as a man down. Now it's Kim Hughes. He's backing back to the fence. He's caught it. Fine catch. And that's the end of a great innings. A fine catch to dismiss the great Vivian Richards. The fence was there. Kim Hughes kept his cool. And the great batsman departs to a standing ovation. The members standing, the outer standing, and all the commentators giving Viv Richards a generous round of applause. A superb innings.